Okay, so we're going to do three things here. We're going to go into Adobe Lightroom 3 and we're going to import photos that I took from still photos that I took as a stop or a time-lapse photography. And so we're going to import the photos. We're going to make some adjustments. We're going to make it the right aspect ratio, 16:9. And we're going to make it the right size so that it's full 1080p video. So we're in Lightroom right now. So under File you go to Import. Oh, sorry, we're in QuickTime. Okay, File, Import Photos. Okay, so if you got your card into your system or anything like that, it's going to show up on the left-hand side here. Now I have my photos already imported, so we're just going to go into those. Okay, here we go. Now there's quite a few photos in here, so it's going to take a little bit to load. So now what we do is we take the first photo here. Oh, sorry, we haven't imported, so we're going to import those. And we're just going to import them all. Okay, so that's going to bring it into our library, our Lightroom library. It's going to take a little while. There's a few photos in there. So I'm just going to pause this while that all loads. Okay, so now we have all of our images into the library. Now we want to apply the cropping to it, and a lot of people say Lightroom isn't designed for doing these types of batch things, but it does a really good job doing it, and it's fairly simple. I've done a couple. So double click it. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to edit it. You go under, I believe it's View, Crop. Okay. Alright, we're into the crop area now. So you click over here, you can do Custom, where you can enter in your 16:9 or whichever aspect ratio you want. I've already got it entered in here, so I'm going to click on that. Now you can see it puts the nice crop here. This is the area that's going to be cropped out. It's grayed out there. Now for me, my subject matter is right in the top here, so I want to move this up. So I just want to take that image and I want to move it like that, because that's where my image is going to be, all the action is going to be right here. So you can actually pick this up and you can move it depending on where you want it. So you go ahead and hit done now. Okay, so this is the first image. Now we go back to the library. Now it's going to take a few seconds. Now we're going to go back to the library and we're going to apply all of the whatever you did with this single image. You can then go and apply it to all of your other images. So this one here is selected. Now I have all the images in this folder, as you can see as I scroll down, are all part of my time lapse. So I'm going to just select all, okay, and then sync setting down on the right hand side here. Okay, so now in here you can actually go in and you can adjust all these different things, white balance, basic tone, all these different things. You can go in and adjust those, and it's going to synchronize what you did with the first image to all the other images that are in that file. So we got the crop selected here, aspect ratios, straightening angle, we want that. We want to make sure that we also have, let me see here, yeah, oh, that all looks pretty good. Okay, so you just go ahead and click synchronize, and now you can see in the top left hand corner here, it's taking and pasting the settings. So it's going to take a little bit of time. I've got quite a few images in this folder, so it's not something that's going to happen super fast. I'm working on an older Mac, so it's moving pretty quick. There you go, task complete. Alright, so now we can go back. You'll see that these will slowly start to change. Perfect. Excellent. Now you can see on here, you can see there's these different settings here, what's been applied to each of the individual images. Now you can see when I did the capture, it was outside, and so you see some of the images here are lighter and some of them are darker. That's where the sun went away, and I was using manual exposure, and it wasn't automatic. So some of these images are a little bit darker. I'm going to let it be for now. I do believe you can go in and you can actually correct all that as well. So you can see it slowly going through. Now we've done the crop, we've done the sizing, we've got it all placed out nicely the way we want it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to export. So we go to File, Export. Okay, now in here you can pick your specific folder. So I have it, let's go here, choose. Okay, so I'm going to go to my videos, folder, create a new folder. Okay, choose. That's where I'm going to export it to. You can change the file name if you want. You can go in here, you can change the quality of the JPEG. We're going to, let's put it up in the 80% mark. That's going to change the way it comes out. RGB, include video files, yep. Okay, height and width, that's all correct. Resolution, that's correct. So if you had shot in a resolution where it's higher, like in the 300 range, you'd want to change that there. Perfect. So then you just go ahead and you click export, and presto. It's going to take a little while for it to export. There we go, it's preparing. Again, the more images you have, the longer it's going to take to do your export. And while it's doing that, I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so we've done our importing, and we've done our adjustments on the cropping. And now what we're going to do, and we've done the export out of Lightroom. The export takes about, I had quite a few images. It takes probably in the vicinity of about 20 minutes. 15-20 minutes. So now we're going to go into QuickTime, and this is where I'm going to actually assemble the images and make an image sequence. So in QuickTime, you go under File, Open Image Sequence. Okay, so now what we do is we just select one of the images and hit OK. Now what we have here is image sequence settings, so we can set the frame rate. If you have something that happens very quickly, I would suggest having a slower frame rate, so 6 frames per second. If you have something that happens very slowly over time, for instance like this flower opening, you want to look at a 24 frames per second, or even a 12. Anyways, let's try this one. I'm going to hit OK. And it's just going to start to put it together. We just have to wait a few seconds. There we go, a little spinning wheel. It'll come, I promise. There we go. It does take a little bit of time. Alright, and now let's have